we're reacting to I have no idea if it's true stories or not. Do not remember what it is. I am subscribed to this channel because I am gonna be making videos like reacting to this. I'm pretty sure these are diary something. Okay. Oh my gosh, no. But anyway, Storytime Animation. I am subscribed to it, but I don't got the bell, so yeah. Anyway, I subscribe to a lot of things, so. But at first, I'm like, they could be really good now, but then stories that even they sound even faker, so yeah. Either way, we already wasted like a minute, so let's just get into this.
It was the first day of my college. I loved helping people, so I was going for a degree in philanthropy, and since it was the first day, I was a little nervous. So after the first lecture, I went to the library to see if I could find anyone to have a meaningful conversation with. But when I reached there, I was pretty disappointed as there was not a single soul in there, well, except for the librarian. So I thought I would just check out some books instead. As I was passing by an aisle, I suddenly bumped into someone, and all the books that person was carrying fell down. I am very sorry, I'm so clumsy, a girl said as she sat down to pick up the books. She was beautiful with her blonde hair and innocent eyes. No, it was me. I wasn't looking. Here, let me help you, I said and started helping her pick up her books. But before we move on, like this video, hit that subscribe button, and activate the notification bell. This will let you live 20 amazing years longer.
Hey, you heard him, bro. You'll get 20 more years to decide, my family or GF or BF, whatever. Get 20 more years. Or it depends, depends when you have to decide for that. Either way, yeah. Let's just keep getting into this.
Trust me, it works. I am Sam, by the way, I said, trying to start a conversation. I'm Joy, she said, and picked up the books, put them on a nearby table, and sat on a chair. So I got seated next to her and asked what major she was. She laughed at what I asked and said, I work here as an assistant librarian. And that said, you're not allowed to talk in here. And then she got up to leave, so I hurriedly spoke out. Wait, can we talk later maybe? Outside when you're free? She smiled and wrote down her number on a paper, gave it to me, and walked away. With that, I also walked back for my remaining lectures. After the lectures were over, I went out of the building and thought I should text Joy, so I did with just a lame hi. But I got an instant reply. Hey, I'll be off in 5. Meet you outside. It read, so I waited for her there. She met me 5 minutes later, as she had said, and we went for a coffee. It was so fun talking to her. I told her I was from a political family and that my parents were rich, but I didn't want to be known by that. And she told me that her family was poor, so she had to work even though she wanted to go to college and she couldn't afford it. I felt a little bad for her when she said that, but we continued talking. And the next thing you know, we were meeting like that every other day.
Hey, what if she's a gold digger? Yeah. Same time, but she's not a gold digger. Cause I don't know, a lot of these stories are like, oh, gold digger, so yeah.
Hey, as if we were dating. Eventually, one day, we made it official when I asked her to be my girlfriend. Now, that was the easy part. The part where I had to tell my family about her, or even introduce her to them, was the hard one. You see, both my
I was about to say why.
My parents and Grace, my elder sister, were very reputed politicians. It ran in our family, and that led us to be one of the wealthiest families. So because of that, my family wanted me to date or be seen with someone with the same reputation as us. And my mom especially was on my back all the time, telling me to ask the mayor's daughter, Susanna, out for a dinner. If she only knew what a brat and a bully Susanna was, I wished sometimes. As I didn't want to hurt Joy, I couldn't talk about all those things with her. That was why I was preparing myself mentally to introduce Joy to them. One day, Grace came to my room and said, We're having a dinner party tonight. Susanna will be here too. Then she winked at me and left. She loved to pick on me. But right then I thought that it would be a perfect moment to introduce my girlfriend to them. So right before the party, I went to pick up Joy and brought her to my house. As we entered my house together, her eyes lit up. "Wow, you're really, really rich," she said as she scanned my house. "Well, it's all my parents," I said, trying to be humble. There were a lot of people in my house, including Susanna, whom I couldn't care less about. My parents were busy talking to other people, but I gathered my courage and made my way to them along with Joy.
This is about to get juicy. Yeah, it's about to get juicy. I don't know if it is or not. Most likely they're gonna be arguing. That's what they probably will do.
"Hi, Dad, Mom, Grace. This is my girlfriend, Joy," I said as I reached where they were. My parents looked at me and then at Joy. I was praying they didn't say anything hurtful, and to my surprise, they didn't. "Hi, Joy. What a beautiful girl," my mom said, and went to hug her, and Grace hugged her too. I was so relieved, as it wasn't as hard as I had thought it would be. The rest of the party went so smoothly. We ate, drank, and talked mostly. I was so glad that my family was nice to Joy. After the party was over, I dropped Joy off at her house and came back. The next day, my parents called for me to talk in the living room, so I went there directly from my room. As I reached it, I saw that my parents and Grace were waiting for me there, so I went and sat down with them. "What do you want to talk to me about?" I said after sitting down. "Sam, you need to stop seeing that girl you brought home yesterday," said my mom. I was confused. They were so nice to her just the other day. But that wasn't an unusual behavior coming from them. They were politicians after all. Good to everyone to their faces, but not the same behind their back. "I will not," I replied after getting lost in thoughts for a while. "We checked on her and her family information. She's a nobody, Sam," Grace said, which made me a little mad. "Well, she is somebody to me," I said in an angry tone, but I soon realized how rude it was, so I apologized to Grace. "Please, get to know her at least."
Yeah, just get to know her, bro. What if she has a secret company? Most likely she does not, but what if she does? She could be getting like millions per year. Yeah, I don't know.
"Least," I said again and left the room. A few days later, my parents told me that they were invited on a cruise ship tour for the inauguration of a brand new cruise ship. It was a 4-night tour out on the sea, and I was so excited about it.
Fortnite. Okay.
"If you give me just a few seconds, I want to share with you how these
Don't mind this ad.
stupid little YouTube videos that you watch on my..." I asked my parents.
Okay, here we go.
They denied at first, but had to agree as I was insistent, and told them I wasn't going if she wasn't. Later that day, I met Joy at a park for a walk. As we were walking, I told her that we were going on a cruise ship tour. She stopped and looked at me. "Are you kidding me?" she said. "No, we're leaving the day after tomorrow," I replied. She screamed and jumped from excitement and hugged me. After that, I asked her to go to her house and start packing, and we both went our ways. On the first day of the tour, we reached the port to be welcomed by a huge cruise ship named Artemis waiting for us to take us to the sea. As soon as we got on the ship, we were given welcome drinks and the staff took us to the VIP area. Joy was excited to be there as it was her first time on a ship. "This is so luxurious, more than any place I've ever been in my life other than your house," she said, which made me smile. I was glad that she was having a good time. However, this time my parents were not all sweet on Joy like before, so I was feeling more protective of her than usual. We were informed that there was going to be a ball, so we got to our room and started dressing up for the event. Then we came out to the lounge.
The room is all pink and why are the lights only red, blue, or purple, whatever? Red / blue, purple, whatever you could say, purple or blue, I don't really care. Or green. Like, why are there only that?
Area where there was music playing with waiters taking seafood snacks and drinks around. It was a lovely environment, as if some festivity was going on, and with my beautiful girlfriend on my side, I was having the best time of my life. Suddenly, the music stopped and we saw that the captain was going up to the stage for the greet and welcome speech. "Will it be rude if I go use the bathroom?" Joy asked innocently as I was focused on the captain. Of course not. Go ahead, I replied and made way for her. The captain was almost done with his speech and was raising a champagne glass. But right then, 4 masked people took over the stage and held the captain at gunpoint. There was chaos for a moment as people started to scream and run here and there. But then, one of the masked men took to the microphone and screamed, "Shut the hell up and stay where you are, or we will not be kind to this captain of yours." Everyone went quiet, so the masked man spoke again.
Yeah, no duh.
"This vessel is hijacked, and we will only leave when our demands are met." I was scared to my bones, as I knew my family being there must be one reason that the ship was chosen for hijacking. But right then, my mom's and Grace's bodyguards started walking up front towards the hijackers, along with the ship's security, to give our family cover. So my parents, I, and Grace snuck out of the lounge to the deck as quietly as we could. Behind, we could hear the hijackers screaming at the security, "Don't come any further or you'll all be doomed if we take your captain." As we reached outside, my father's bodyguard and I went to the side of the vessel to launch the lifeboat so that we could get back to the mainland port. But then I remembered Joy was still in there, and I had almost forgotten about her. "Dad, Joy's inside," I said as we were about to launch the boat. "Leave her, son. She'll be fine. She's not one of us," my dad replied. How could I? She was there because of me, and it would be so cowardly of me to abandon her there. But I couldn't risk my family's life in the process of going in and saving her. I was in a huge dilemma. Do I save my family or my girlfriend? I couldn't choose, so I made a tough decision. I launched the boat and asked Grace to get in, and then my parents along with the bodyguard. Then I told them that they have to go on without me, as I had to go and save Joy as well. She was alone in there. "Be safe," my mom shouted from the lifeboat with a sad look on her face. She knew I was stubborn and would do the right thing no matter what. After ensuring my parents' safety, I started making my way in to save Joy, like I was her Jack and she was my Rose on the Titanic. But when I got in, I was shaken. Before I left, there were only 4 hijackers, and now there were 5, and one of them was Joy, and the security guards were all kneeling down with guns pointed at them. Well, look who's here, the VIP of this hijack.
What?
Jack, she said as she saw me coming in. "You ruined my plan sending your family off. Now you will pay," she added, and made me kneel down with my hands on my head and pointed a gun at me. She told me that she only agreed to go out with me because she knew I was rich, and when she saw my house, she had planned to rob my family for a long time. So she made a plan to get money from us on the cruise, as it would be easier with less security and amidst the sea. As she was explaining to me her evil plan, I noticed that the gun that she was carrying was fake, and so were the other men's. Although I was anti-gun possession, I knew the difference between real and fake guns, having been to the shooting range multiple times with my dad. So I signaled the security and screamed, "Their guns are fake! Let's take them down!" Instantly, the security team got up and started taking the men down one by one. Joy was trying to flee, but I grabbed her arm tightly. Later, a security person came and took her from me. She was screaming and apologizing, begging me to help her, but she had broken my trust, so I walked away from her, promising myself to never see her face ever again. A couple of hours later, a helicopter my parents had sent landed on the helipad, and I got in and got off to get home. Thanks for watching.
Hey, wait a minute. The parents didn't research too much. Well, they didn't research as much as they should. They should have researched more. Because, bro, didn't you see what just happened? Well, that's the end of the video. I barely talked compared to other YouTubers. But, hey, this was probably last time some YouTubers. That is it. Peace, goodbye, and I got nothing else to say. Don't forget to subscribe, please, and don't forget to like, please.